live via the internet at thevintageradio.org.uk. This is Vintage Radio.
Yes, Vintage Radio with me and Kevin. So Kevin's going on to part 2 now.
Yeah, it's as I said before. Oh, she's from Auburn. I'm not too sure what part of America that's from. Because when she gave me the number, I said, "Where are you from?" So I can say Erika from, and she said Auburn, Auburn.
Auburn, yeah.
So I don't know if she's listening or I'll have to do the same.
They have some great names in America. You know, it's like 24 hours from Tulsa.
Yeah.
24 hours from Accrington doesn't quite work.
Yeah, 24 hours from Birkenhead.
Yeah.
24 hours from Birkenhead doesn't really come for it either, does it? But she's
Tulsa time and Galveston, you know, and all these great...
In America?
Great things. They've got the songs from, you know, Galveston. You can imagine Manchester. It doesn't work, does it?
It doesn't feel the same, does it? Just a miserable song.
Yeah.
But he has an email, he hasn't emailed back in anyway, has he? But as I say, I'll speak to Stevie the week after next week, sorry.
Next week, yeah.
When I'm on the morning, I'll hang around for him. But Erika's from Auburn. I don't know if she's listening now because I'm not too sure again with the time difference. But
you got it recorded anyway.
Well, last week, we put it on YouTube. That's where the girl who was listening last week, she got it up back and she...
Yeah. Stevie says, I'll come in earlier next week if you wish. I'm interested in how things are rolling around. You hit on a bit about wanting to add other music styles, folk, country. I'm interested in this older chap. I could tell you something about my dad and this no mark how we treated my dad. There is a link. So, it wasn't completely miles away, was it?
That's what I'm saying.
Thanks for that, Stevie.
The problem you get, thanks, Stevie. The problem you get is if something's happened in the past, you might want to talk about it, and then you don't want to push and hit on it. But if he comes in and tells me, obviously it's off the air as well. So there's something there, as he's just said. There's something there, and
he can connect with some
that.
of it,
but as I say, some of it mightn't be for the air. So you're just kind of picking up off the card. So maybe, as you say, if the no mark treated whatever, it's a case of he doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to talk. Say, well, Jan, this is this and this, because it makes him. He doesn't want to talk about it on the air. Do you know what I mean? So it's more of a personal issue.
But he's going to come in earlier.
Well, that gives you a bit of relief, because if you're doing it like that sometimes or whatever else, it's like if you think you're barking up the wrong tree, but if you keep hitting on it. I felt there was something there, and obviously there's something there which he doesn't want to say. He'll say about it next week.
He'll say it off air, but he won't say it on
Well, that's good. That's good, because at least I know I'm on the right path. At least I'm not. At least I know I'm not like knocking on someone else's door. But with Erika, I don't know nothing about her. All I know is that she's from Auburn, whatever that is. Might even be in America. It might be down south or something. Do you know what I mean? Outside of Knutsford. But she's if she's not listening in now, she'll listen in. I'll put the link on my Instagram, my Facebook when this afternoon. So
obviously she's done that to get in touch with you in the first place.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
She'll be listening in again.
Yeah, she messaged to say, because I put up saying, obviously, if you want 3 numbers, and you get the same people asking the same stuff. But once she gave hers and whatever else, that's it then. So I've got these for this week, and we'll do the same again for next week.
Yeah. Right, so what's she got?
Erika, I'm getting an overly religious childhood off her.
Could be the Bible Belt.
I could, yeah. Well, the thing with a lot of Americans is it is quite a religious compared to Britain. Even like nowadays, it's quite a. Some people are almost cultish.
Be careful.
Cultish. But I'm getting an overly religious, strict childhood. With the 3 of Pentacles, it's. The thing with religion is no matter what you do, this is just for Erika's upbringing. No matter what you do, no matter how much you try and follow any religion, you're never going to completely follow it to the T. Do you know what I mean? You get people going on if you're gay because it's against Islam and the Quran, it's haram and this, that and the other. But there's every religion, even like it's against the Bible to wear two strands of the fabric. Like clothes mixed together with 2 strands or something, say cotton and silk mixed. That's against the Bible. Or there's loads of different things that you wouldn't believe. But with her, I don't know if she's an only child, but her mum and dad were very, very, very strict on her bringing up. Strict, as to say, it's leading to church work. What I'm getting off this, and the 3 of Pentacles, it's 3 people. So I'm getting. It could be just her, a mum, and a dad. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe her, a sister, and a mum. But these 3 people, so no matter how much I don't know this when she was younger, she felt no matter how much she tried to push herself into church and maybe be as good as she could be, we all have improper thoughts, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? You can't follow any religion to a T. It's impossible. Do you know what I mean? It's impossible. But with her, as I'm getting, she did try and live as good a life as she can, and she's almost as if being brought up in a strict Christian family. It must have been hard for her, you know. It must have been very hard to be brought up and this is wrong, that's right. This is wrong, that's right. Because it's hard enough when you're trying to bring kids up probably and you're teaching them the right and wrong, but if you throw the Bible at them as well, do you know what I mean? It must have been a hard upbringing. But she's, as I say, she's going to listen back into this. But with Erika, 3 cards try and feel the same as with the next one. It's the 7 of Pentacles. So you kind of following suit onto what it is. Do you know what I mean? But as I say, she's from. I have to Google where she's from, what part it is. But at the minute, it's. One thing I did notice on her profile is she does a lot of cryptozoology, and she's into UFOs.
Oh,
which you presume you're going to be if you're following my page, which is Liverpool Paranormal Original. You're going to be into stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just going to have a look and see if I can find this Auburn, USA. Let's see what it says.
See where it is.
Yeah, go on, carry on.
But at the minute now, I know she's involved, from what I've seen, in maybe in a couple of other paranormal groups. But Patience is key. All her profile, which I can show you, if you've got Instagram, it doesn't give you a great deal behind them. She's got one picture up, I think it's saying Happy New Year. And her description is she's into cryptozoology and...
well, it's in Indiana, which is a bit of the Bible Belt, isn't it?
Is it?
Indiana, yeah. It's in the US state of Indiana as well. The county seat is Auburn, named after Revolutionary War hero Johann Baron de Cal. Oh no, that's just talking about this place. I went and it's my fingers weren't working out. But anyway, we do know that Auburn is located in the US state of Indiana, and it's the county seat. So there we go. So we know it's Indiana. Hey, I could play a song for her after this. Yeah, I could. I've got the perfect song. So we know it's in Indiana.
See, but the hard thing is with this as well is so many of the page followers and whatever else are in America. You can't really get much of a person because, as you say, with Instagram, you don't speak to them. All I got was a message off her when I put up saying for 3 numbers. But going back to the present card, she seems to be working hard with a lot of different groups from what I can tell, and maybe she's trying to make a name for herself as a paranormal investigator. But it's choose who you work with. I've said this in the past. There was a group that messaged me the week before last, can we do a live video together, it'd be great, blah blah blah. I was like, no, because I've seen their work, and it's not for me. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be kind of be tied with there's a group that Erika will know the same as if you're doing an investigation, we can all get pictures of orbs, do you know, but like they'll put red circle around, oh, can you see the face, and they've had to draw the face on themselves in it, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas that picture you showed me of Yolodi in Corfu, it was a clear face,
it was a genuine photo. Yeah. It was untouched.
But whereas if that was like, there's groups out there, if that was you wouldn't be able to tell, and they put a circle where their eyes are, yeah, and the line where can you see the face, and you're like, well, only because you've drawn on it, do you know what I mean? Only because you put it up.
So we had it authenticated by Kodak,
yeah,
and they were very, very interested in it.
Well, that's still on my website, because when you sent it over, I put it up on the website for as part of like the pictures that we've got in the past. Yeah. But with Erika, as I say, at the minute is all the thing says about it. I could lie and say I don't know anything what she's into, but all her little bio says about it is she's into paranormal, cryptozoology and UFOs. I don't know nothing else about it, so I'm presuming if it's everything that she's into and maybe she's looking at joining different groups, is just be careful who you join, because the reason I don't do a group is because you can do it and get loads of people in, and you can con everyone else. Even I've got flyers in my bag I was going to show you, I'm going to start doing readings. I need the experience of doing one-to-one. I'm not going to charge. Don't get me wrong, like, if you say come to Manchester, I want my train fare. I'm not going to travel up myself.
Oh yeah, you've got expenses.
Do you know what I mean? But for me, it's all about practicing and practicing and practicing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I've done these things. So if people want a one-to-one reading, I've done 5 or 6 in the past 2 weeks, and they've gone down well. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not going to charge because I need the experience myself.
Yeah.
There's no point me charging and then talking a load of
Cobblers.
waffle. A load of waffle. But one thing I will say about it in the present card is if she's trying to force a name as maybe working with all different groups, is be careful who you work with, because the paranormal community as well, it's quite fickle in the way of they'll shake you with one hand and stab you in the back with the other. Everyone's very jealous of each other, which is why I don't bother with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not on Facebook. The only thing I use Facebook for is to run the page. With Instagram, the page is on private because you get that many people messaging you or commenting on your stuff, and it's very, very jealous, and you don't like it. You know what I mean? So just be careful who you're going to be working with. But if you, leading on to the future, we've got the Emperor card, which is upside down, signifies rigidity, lack of self-control, an immature approach to a life, a miserly nature. Right. Maybe again, I've never spoke to her. I don't know her. Is if you're gonna be, I presume she's gonna be trying to push on from what I get off with. Maybe doing a lot, as you said, that guy from Birkenhead. There's a lot of people who do paranormal stuff and they'll charge ridiculous amounts of money. But if you're gonna be pushing on with it, you've got to be mature about it. You've got to sit down and go, well, I'll do it because of this. I won't do it because of that. Do you know what I mean? There's times when we've had people get in touch, can you do this, can you do that? And it's like, no, because you don't want to... It's not as if you're going to lie to everyone, but we can all fudge our results. Do you know what I mean? As we were saying about... excuse me, we got that bit of The Voice last year. Remember I played it? Don't tell no one. Now, a load of people heard that, but they were like, well, that's fake. I said, listen, trust me, if that was fake, I'd have faked it 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We wouldn't have done it when there was 4 or 5 people that was in a group. But I do think with Erika it's just almost a warning. If you're going to push on and you're going to try and look at maybe doing this as a job where you go around places, because America, there's that many different people into the paranormal in America, and they're quite lucky in a way. They can do that. They go from hotel to hotel because that's a haunted hotel, that's a haunted hotel, and it is. Whereas here we don't really have that. We haven't got America's got a bit of a culture for it. You can go down and say, well, that's where that happened, that's where that happened, and you go all around the country. But where there is, if you're working with anyone at the minute, be careful who you work with, because as I say, some people will sooner shake your hand and stab you in the back within the same breath. But they're always. But yeah, looking on into the future is kind of time. What she's doing now is look at it with a more, as I say, more of a serious head, rather than think, oh yeah, someone's offering me this or someone's offering me that. But it is with her. But as I say, we'll put this on YouTube like we did last week, and then if he gives us feedback, I'll let you know. But with Steve, if he comes in early next week, I'll hang around and we'll do it again with him. I've got the cards written down, so I'll show him what the cards were and how we can work off it. But there's a lot of things going to be, as I say, we've just launched a new website, Liverpool tarot.weebly.com, and if you want to book through anything through it, it's just more of a case of experience. We need to get experience. We need to start working with people who've got a bit of a gift as well, because I've only been in a spiritualist church a couple of times and I haven't really enjoyed it. So you're trying to pick up yourself and work with yourself, and we've got mediums messaging all the time, can we do this, can we do that, will you share this? No, because I don't know you. So if I'm going to share your work or whatever else, if it's fudged or if it's not completely true, it makes me look bad then. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's the same with there was a group last week and they were doing a overnight ghost hunt at a prison, and she messaged me saying, listen, we've still got tickets to shift, can you share this? And I said no, because I don't know them. Do you know what I mean? As far as I know, I don't know what they do. So if you're gonna share it and endorse it and say, well, book the tickets with it's almost as if you're endorsing it to say these are great, go with them. And you don't know what it is. There was a group from over here. I think they were from Birkenhead last year, and not Anubis, what were they called? I'll have to find a name. And what they were doing, it was 2 gay guys, funnily enough. What they were doing is they were doing ghost hunts, so that the book the Birkenhead Priory, say, and then advertise it overnight ghost hunt Birkenhead Priory. So then they were getting people booking on, taking their money and then not paying the Priory to hire the venue. So they were getting cancelled all the time, or people were turning up to places and they were saying it's not on. We've heard nothing about it.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people got refunded the last couple of months. But they were I think they were from over here. And what they were doing is they were booking places and then charging you. So it's like me doing it. Overnight ghost hunt to St George's Hall. Do you know what I mean? It's going to cost grand to what probably I St George's Hall. Yeah. £50 a ticket, one-off special, and people are paying it, and then it's not even happening. But I know, like all the Facebook and all that got shut down.
These are requests. These are requests that I'll be doing for Wednesday.
For Wednesday's show.
Yeah.
But as I say, with Erika, she'll listen back to this online and just any little bit of feedback. As I say, it all helps when you're trying to almost establish yourself. But what you were saying before is the thing is, I've done it where if you pick something up, you don't really want to say it, because if it's a bad thing, and then the person doesn't want to share it, you're kind of in a stalemate then. But I'd rather people say to me, "You're on the right path," but I don't want to talk about it. Then at least you know where you're going. Do you know what I mean?
I'll show you this one off air anyway. So could be a bit of good news. Yeah.
I'm getting a pay rise.
Not that good.
I'm getting paid.
let's play this one. This one ties in nice with what is now. It's the county seat of Indiana.
I've never heard that.
That was for you, Erika.
But they're an American band. Where did them to?
Dean Taylor.
Yeah.
He was, believe it or not, he was signed for Tamla.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He sent in a tape or a recording, and they thought he was black, and they thought he's got a great voice, and they signed him up, and then it turned out he was white. But Tamla still do, they're multiracial anyway. Yeah. Tamla, and he's had a few, got to see Jane and Candy Apple Red. He's had quite a few hits anyway. So great. What's his name? Dean Taylor.
I know, because I like Tamla, because I like the Four Tops and all them.
Yeah.
Temptations and stuff like that. But yeah, you never really see like a white guy on Tamla, do you? Well, I haven't. Well, here's one.
Yeah, there's been a few. They've got, how can you put it, a black voice, and they say, yeah, we'll have him. And when they turn up to meet them, and they're white. But
the same with Elvis, wasn't it? When Elvis first started, they thought Elvis was black, didn't he?
Yeah.
But
you've just sound.
Even his hair was dyed, wasn't it? Because he was blonde hair, blue eyes, wasn't he originally? And then he dyed it to jet black, didn't he?
Yeah. Put a bit of Echo Margarine on it, slicked it back.
But you know what? I did get a bit of feedback from we were talking about the homeless and that last week. There's people who've got in touch, who've noticed it, especially in Liverpool city centre, before they go to work. Now they said there's so the stairs leading up to the back of St John's in Williamson Square, leading up to the top by the Wetherspoons on the corner.
Yeah.
Even my sister said there's about 30 or 40 you don't realise until you get onto it and you look at how many people there is. It's mad, isn't it? But it just shows to people listen, like.
Yeah. But actually, I was listening to an MP. He was responsible for this, that, and the other, and he said, "Oh, it's an awful situation. We're going to have to do something about getting the homeless off the streets." And I thought, okay, you put them there in the first place. This austerity, it didn't help, did it?
Doesn't help that. Yeah, that's it. That they're cutting everyone's that universal credit coming in, and they're cutting everyone's benefits.
But we can't go on to politics. We usually get shouted at, don't we?
No, but can we not talk about what Boris said last week, or is that political, or is that?
You can have a talk about Boris. Yeah.
I couldn't believe what he said last week. It's ridiculous. I mean, to compare the Baker to what was it, a post box, and what else did he compare it to? It was a post box and a bank robber. You can't imagine anybody. I mean, imagine anybody else saying that. Imagine a normal man on the street turning around and going over to a Muslim lady in a burqa and saying, "You look like a
A letterbox.
A letterbox to be murder. But it does seem to be, again, it's the left and right. So you've got the Labour with the anti-Semitism, and now you've got the Conservatives with the Islamophobia. But then you've got him opening his mouth, and all it does is it feeds the right wing, the alternative right, doesn't it? You've got like the EDL. I seen a picture of a guy in a balaclava with a sign saying "Ban the Burqa," and I was thinking, how hypocritical is that? He wants the burqa banned because you can't see her face. Yeah, you can't see his because he's got a balaclava on.
But there's a picture in the paper today, if I can find it. The English Defence League, is it?
Yeah.
They sell balaclavas with just showing the eyes, and people find that acceptable. That these fellas can go out, wearing these balaclavas that only show the eyes and maybe the mouth, and yet they're banning the burqa, which is a bit soft. If you're going to ban one, you've got to ban. It should be that it's illegal not to show your face. I mean, some people, I've seen it myself. Motorcyclists, they go into a shop wearing their crash helmet.
Yeah, they're going to take it off.
And the shopkeeper will say, "Excuse me, can you remove your helmet?" And they get a bit uppity about it. Why? You see things like some of these moped people down in London. They ride up on a moped with a big hammer and smash a jeweller's window, and they've got the crash helmets. And what did he look like? Well, he had the red crash helmets,
See, the thing is, with the burqa, it's banned, isn't it? Is it banned in Belgium? Or it's banned in
France,
of countries, in France,
Belgium, yeah. And I think Sweden or Norway, they've banned it as well.
See, to me, I maybe I'm just more open-minded than a lot of people was. It doesn't cause me any offence.
No.
It doesn't make me feel any less safer.
I personally, I think I've seen where I live. We've got a lot of Muslims in the area, and I feel sorry for them in this weather when it's hot and they're covered from head to foot. And there's me in a pair of shorts, pair of sandals, t-shirt, and I'm still roasting.
Warm,
so
yeah.
what are they like? But it's their choice.
Well, I tell you,
nobody forces them to wear the burqa. It's their choice.
See, but that's the problem you've got is now is when people like Boris Johnson say them comments, that's what it does. It feeds people like the EDL and the far right, because then they think, okay, well, he said it, so we can use him now as a bit of a puppet.
The thing I don't agree with is you do get some of these MAs who they go in the mosque and they're saying, right, we want you to keep quiet, but integrate, so that you get inside, so that we can eventually we will be taking over, get well in with the community, get elected as MPs and everything, and eventually we're going to take over the country and turn it Muslim. This country has been Christian since 1066. In fact, probably before that.
Yeah. Well, that's where people, as I say, there's people aware who do get me wrong on that. Is I'm not saying what I say is if you come to Britain, abide by our laws.
Well, there's a rule, isn't it? There's a thing saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Well, that's it. Yeah, if you come to Britain and you come in to seek political shelter or whatever else, abide by our laws. But what I don't agree with is the fact that the amount of Muslims that are targeted because they're Muslim.
Well, I can honestly say that most of our shops up by us, the Muslims. Now, there's a guy in Towin in Wirral. Well, just outside town, outside Wirral. Now, we go to his shop. I'm wearing one of his shirts now. Yeah. Very nice shirt. Yes. And it's well made and everything. And I said to him one day, we keep coming, and he says, "Oh, good morning, sir. Good morning, madam." Me and Joan. And I said, "My name's Jan. Yeah. And this is Joan. What's your name?" And he said, "Inti." I said, "That's an unusual name." He said, "Well, actually, where I come from, it's quite common, So now it's great because we go into the shop and they say, "Good morning, Jan. Morning, Joan." I say, "Morning, Lindsay." Great. Now, our shop's up here. We've got Ali and one is just Chris.
Yeah.
You know, he's got an English name, but he's a Muslim. And they're going, morning, Chris, morning, Jan. And it's great. Now, at Christmas, at Easter, they sell Easter eggs. And they have Easter bunnies and all the rest of it. At Christmas, they put Christmas decorations up and Christmas lights, and you go in and, Merry Christmas. These are Muslims. But then people say, oh, you must not respect Ramadan and all this.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, I don't know whether they say Happy Ramadan or whatever. You know, I don't know what that was about it. But if that's their religion, if they don't mock our religion, why should we mock theirs?
Well, I tell you, it's.
But there's extremes on both sides.
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm saying. It's you know the big row at the minute with the anti-Semitism in Labour. It's all because of the International Holocaust Remembrance definition of anti-Semitism. Now I can't say much of it because I got my leg slapped again. But I think that there's that much propaganda on the far right press as well as there is on the left. So do you know what I mean? You, the Daily Mail. I can't. I wouldn't even use it to
wipe your bum with. Be honest.
Yes.
Do you know what I did the other week? Oh, I got slated for it. I went to get my Daily Mirror. I've always bought the Daily Mirror for several reasons. I like handicap and the crosswords and the sport and everything. And the top one was all bent and crumpled. So I just took the one from underneath and I just took it to the counter. And I paid for it. Didn't thought no more about it. It was only when I got into the studio and on the front, instead of saying like that one, Daily Mirror, it said The Sun.
Jesus, do you still sell that over here? Can you still get it over here?
I had to go and wash my hands. The Sun was underneath the Mirror one. And but the mirrors were a bit further down, and somebody had picked this up and put it down because it was all scratched. And of course, I just thought the next one. So I got slated for that.
Surprised. You know. But what papers do you read yourself? The Mirror.
The Mirror.
The Mirror. See, I
used to get the People on a Sunday, but they stopped doing the quiz word.
So you don't get it now.
Well, they do it on the Mirror. The only one they don't on a Saturday. They don't do the quiz word. But I do like my crosswords, and being an author as well, it adds to your word vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get a question and you think, I don't know the answer to this, but all the others sort of link up. And by the time you've done them, you've filled in all the letters, and you say, oh, so that's what it means, does it? So make a mental note of that. I don't, because a lot of it's online. You know yourself, don't you? Reading the news online, but. I got an article through last night from the Daily Mail with the day before, and you just look at the headlines and you think, how are they not getting done for slander? Yeah.
Do you know, if that was the Guardian or if that was me saying what they were saying, I only said a few things, didn't I? And they had the fell off the BBC kicking off. Do you know what I mean?
Right, anyway, it's time for us to say au revoir.
Goodbye.
Again, yeah.
Same again next week.
Dobranoc, yeah. Yes, so you'll be back next week. I'll be back again on Wednesday morning, bright and early. And we've got William, he's sitting there, and he's had his haircut. William had his haircut. Oh,